The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Now broadcasting from the Right to Offend Media Studios in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, art, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report Live with Sam Whitfield.
But giving offense is good. In fact, it's essential.
You know what, Max? That music makes me feel like I can outwit a tropical storm.
I love that bass line.
Which is exactly what I'm going to do. Hopefully the hurricane will go right past my area of Florida. So, welcome to the show, folks. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. And first things first, a big congratulations to Uncle Morpheus.
Thank you, sir.
If
My oldest little brother, Cam, and his wife, Kara, just had their baby tonight. Super excited.
Well, that's awesome.
That's great. They must be super excited, and everybody's very happy for them.
Yep. Their first-time parents, first-time uncle.
The joy wears off about 24 hours from now when they haven't slept, but then you get it back. Don't worry, you get it back. But like the joy.
But after that 24 hours, grandparents get them for the first time.
There you go. Oh, that's the perfect time to recharge. Good. Yeah, because babies is exhausting, Sam. If you didn't know this, it's a little known fact.
I've heard, although
and Sam, they will pee on you. That is also a little known fact.
I have actually experienced that once before.
Yeah, but when you pay for it, that's different.
Yeah, I've experienced the whole new baby thing.
You know,
before being the oldest brother, so being an uncle.
My son pissed at me like at an arc halfway across the fucking hospital room. I'm not kidding. Maxine. Yes. Describe. Am I telling the truth? That he arced his piss, and it went up in the air like and hit me. Yeah, because she moved out of the way. So,
well,
big ups on the kid. Avoid the pee. That's my advice. Well, it's important advice. Sometimes, by the way, kids, babies will shit on you too. Did you know that, Sam? Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
I know that sounds harder, and it is, but they'll do it.
No,
vomit at every opportunity. That's normal.
Kids do the damnest things.
Listen. I am almost 30, and my old man still will not let me live down the back. Apparently, I shit on him when I was an infant. So
sounds about right.
Now I just shit on his politics as an adult. So
yeah, well, and he's entitled to give you some shit since you started in this world by giving it to him.
At least your old man which would change a diaper. My old man wouldn't.
That
I always thought that was weird. I busted my wife's balls for years saying I wouldn't do that, but that's because I raised my two brothers. So like changing a diaper is like the easiest thing in the world. But see, Sam, I had a long game, Sam. I was afraid. I was terrified of the prospect of a poopy diaper. So you see, she thought that I was terrified of poopy diapers, so I got to change a lot less of them as a result of it. And now years later, I can give that big reveal right here live on the Whitfield Report.
Well, if I may,
before she murders me for when figuring that out.
well, you know what? Before Maxine murders you, I do want to say that, like, before the show started last week, I did meet your son, and he's a very nice young man. Of course, he might have been, just acting on his best behavior, but I can see the resemblance, and also possible successor down the, who knows? Maybe.
Well, he said that you're his Sam. He said that's my Sam. Okay.
So well, like I'm flattered. I'm flattered, I guess.
Time he shit on my arms, a class.
You've been adopted. You've been adopted, Sam. Your uncle Sam.
Since we're on baby stuff, Sam, and shitting, he shit so nuclearly disgusting and yellow and green and shit through the diaper like the hospital diapers while I'm holding them, right? And I go and I hand her back and I notice my entire arm was covered in a thick green shit-like substance.
That's awesome.
Please, everybody, go have some though. They're worth it. I joke. I don't joke. This is a true story, but like it's worth it. It's now I can laugh that he shit my whole arm, Sam. I'm broadcasting live from the sandwich makers tonight. Did you notice that?
Yes. And
I am actually a sandwich.
Yeah, and I'm broadcasting from a Florida apartment right before the hurricane starts. So
yeah.
That's awesome.
Ironically, you're using that as a background, but you're actually in that situation. I am not a sandwich, Sam. I don't know if you missed that.
But are you in a basement, Sam?
I'm a basement.
Unlike Joe Biden, I don't hide in basements.
Well, it's not. I get you. Yeah, it's not hiding. I'm just here because that's where my work is. His work is actually upstairs. Funny enough.
And by the way, all this talk of baby shit and whatnot is far less disgusting than anything we've found out about the P. Diddy thing, which I know we talked about last week, but I do want to bring up the fact that a thought occurred to me, Max, because I'm doing all
maybe shit you laugh at. The P. Diddy stuff is not funny.
No.
Right? We all had a good laugh. My son pissed on me and shit on my arm. Ha, ha, ha. The P. Diddy stuff, you start looking into it, and it gets less funny the more you... It's like although, to be fair, the Vince McMahon thing gets funnier again when he shits on somebody's head. But it's like that, because up till that point, it wasn't funny. It was just gross, and now it was gross and also so gross it was funny. Is it like that, Sam? Yeah. Yeah, the P. Diddy thing's worse because it involves pedophilia. At least, to be fair, at least Vince McMahon, it was a 40-something-year-old woman.
At least Vince McMahon isn't a fucking pedophile.
Yeah, right. Disgusting old man, yes. But pedophile, I think that, yeah, Diddy's a lot worse, actually. Like, a lot worse.
Yeah, if anything, if there's
and he probably eats the poo-poo, too. You know?
If there's... Who knows? There
could be anything, you know?
I was just going to say, if there's one thing I've taken away from the whole P. Diddy thing, it's that I'm glad we're at independent media, because I actually, right as I'm bringing this up, John Guarnieri actually liked my tweet on this, but, as people figure out, what a shit show legacy media is and how degenerate everyone is, in legacy media. Not all, but most.
Again, like yeah, it's gross. I was talking about poop, but it's like baby poop and it's wholesome dad stories. Yeah, they're degenerate and gross in a way that everybody universally agrees is gross. That would be the media, like Hollywood, the music establishment. This is why I always pointed out, like Diddy, this was well known.
Yeah.
The reason, then I say, people are like, oh, he's gonna Epstein himself. If he does, it'll be him. The reason a guy like him gets arrested is because he doesn't have anything to sell anymore. Everybody thinking he's gonna sell his buddies up the river that did all the dirt for him. No. He doesn't have that anymore. He might take down some lower level guys, but and you'll get your justice that way. But in terms of like the people running the show, first of all, he ain't it, and second of all, you're never gonna hear about those people because if he had something to sell on them, he wouldn't be in a cell right now, right?
Yeah, I was actually talking. I was actually talking about this with a friend this morning because they actually asked me, like, you know, Sam, what's your whole take on the P Diddy thing? And I
you should have said like his company sucks or something, like you knew nothing about it. That's what I've been doing. What do you think about Diddy? I don't know. His shit's whack, man. He ain't been good in like 15 years. Why? And they're like, oh yeah, he was raping kids, and I'm like, oh yeah, another famous rich guy that you all loved a couple years ago that was famously and everybody knew was raping kids, huh? Wow, what a shock.
All I said is pretty much like I'm not surprised at all, and this is why like I'm happy to be, you know, in independent media. So, you know,
yeah. We might be retarded, but we're not pedophiles. Well, I speak for myself on that one.
Well, you know, I can say that I can say that among the three of us, we're definitely not pedophiles.
Facts.
Yeah, you guys aren't pedophiles.
We are definitely, you know, well, neither are you. That's implied.
Exactly.
We are, you know.
I am retarded, though. That's why I said
the three of us, you are the most mentally ill.
That's fair. But you know what isn't retarded? The Dogs of War.
I heard that's a good book.
Great book.
It is a
guy told me it was an awesome book, and I read it, and it was pretty good. I don't remember who it was that told me that, Sam. You should read it.
You know, it's.
I think I know the guy that wrote it, though.
You know, I'm pretty sure I know the guy who wrote it too. It's this guy named Sam Whitfield. Oh wait, that's me. And
man, you wrote it. Yeah, and it's good. Yeah.
And you know, my I had a
classic Tommy Chong bit on you. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. And you know, one thing I got complimented on once again on Monday. I had another aspiring author on, W.S. Wentworth. Check his books out. They're worth reading. We got into a whole conversation on how like modern cover art, at least for the big publications, is so boring, whereas like, you know, this is like beautiful.
Half of them are using AI at this point, right? And then the other half, and what I mean by that is they're doing mass production of it too. It's like, let's do 15 different covers, all in the same art style, because it's that kind of book, right? And you are actually in a genre that's like that. That's why your covers stand out, is because a lot of like thriller and political stuff, you've noticed, you're even pointing out, they have the samey cover where it's the same, you know, dirty street shot with no people in it. That's a key to them for some reason. And it really tells you nothing about the book. Yours at least says something about the book, and it's eye-catching for that very reason. I'm a fan.
Yeah. And you know, like out of
what is this furry army? What are they about? Why are they so angry? You'll find the answers to all of those within The Dogs of War by Sam Whitfield.
Part of
Spoiler, Sam, did you know they're not actually furries?
You know, I did know that.
Oh shit, you wrote that?
You know,
mad props. That shit's good.
What
I was wondering why there was furries in it, and then it turned out there weren't furries. I was shocked. It was a big twist. I'm sorry to spoil it, audience.
No, I mean, there are several big twists. You know, including, well, you know, I really can't say anything, but there are several big twists. I will tell you what actually was a big twist, though. The fact that, like,
I thought you were gonna say my dick for sure. Sorry, go ahead.
The fact that a week before this book came out, an actual presidential assassination attempt was made. So, you know,
I'm sorry, I'm 12 years old.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
Nah, you're 10.
We all are at some level.
Everybody thought you were gonna say it. I get you. Okay, so the assassination. Yeah, that shouldn't have happened, huh? Yeah.
And unfortunately, we have 3 of them.
Or the second one, or the third one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into the news, we do have, ladies and gentlemen, a sponsor for today's program, which is very appropriate.
Was getting into the news. Oh, sorry, I'm not muted. My bad.
Because it is National Preparedness Month, ladies and gentlemen, which is very fitting considering I'm prepared for a hurricane. So at 4 Patriots, we want to celebrate by bringing back this unbelievable buy one, get one deal on solar generators. For a limited time, when you buy the powerful Patriot Generator 2000X, you'll get a mini generator for free. Plus, you'll also score 2 solar panels for free too. That's right, not 1, but 2 solar panels come with this incredible buy one, get one deal on solar generators.
And not 3, but 2.
So claim your power independence and free mini generator and free solar panels by going to 4patriots.com. Hurry though, you only have until midnight on September 30th to get your free generators. Go to 4patriots.com today.
That's only 5 days to get them generators, ladies and gentlemen. You better get on that. You don't want to miss that.
Especially since hurricane season is there. But
and riot season coming soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That's probably true.
It's always coming soon, Sam. We live in current year America.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's
you should join me and Shmuley in our favorite pastime of just watching multiple feeds of riots as they take place. We have seen. If I tried to explain to you some of the wild shit we've seen,
for anybody else, or is that just me?
Huh? No, I can't hear anything.
No, I'm not hearing anything, Morpheus.
Yeah, but you watch the riots. I've seen shit unfold that it, like, A, not covered by the news, and B, just fucking what. Like, me and Shmuley one time were watching one of these riots, okay? And somebody just started shooting at the cops as we were watching it live. This was in, I think, Missouri or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they lit all the trucks. Like, the police put out these trucks and they lit them on fire and burned them. And we just watched all that unfold as it was happening. Like, what the fuck is... People are crazy. It's like watching a spectator sport, Sam, except there are no winners and losers. They're all losers.
Every single one of us.
Yeah. And society as a whole loses too, because riot. But hey, you can get a lot of fun out of watching like people start fights and then get beat up. That's one of my favorites. Like they'll go start a fight with the cops and then the cops like one shot them with the fucking shield. It's really fun to watch riots, Sam. Does that make me sick?
I mean,
I don't want to be in a riot. Oh no, you mistake. I would not I want no part of that shit because it's stupid. And I might be retarded, but I'm not stupid. But they are fun to watch on television.
No, I mean, it is fun to watch. Riots are
like that 529 insurrection.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm so white when there's a riot, I go buy a TV.
Yeah, that'll get lost on part of the audience, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
no, it already got lost. It got taken in the looting.
Oh, that is that's a good one. So
I'm gonna play the sandwiches, Sam.
I hope that OG is all right.
Yeah. But now
you said third attempt on Trump. What's the third one? I knew of the Pennsylvania, right, in the field. And then the dude outside Trump, the Mar-a-Lago at the golf course. What's the third one? Because there was a story that was potentially about explosives in New York City, but that later was said to be not true. And man, the media who reported that maybe should, I don't know, get sued.
Yeah.
Anyway, but was there another one? Because I'll give the explosives one that was a false alarm. Okay, and that leaves us with two. And I was just talking to Morpheus even before you came in the call, Sam, because you're late as usual. And so we were talking about that. Like, these were not sophisticated plots that should not have happened. Security should never have allowed for somebody to get close enough to take those shots at him. Ever. That should never have happened. This is not somebody hiring a conspiracy ring of secret agents to sneak around at night in the White House, right? This is not like an elaborate, if you remember the one diplomat that got shot with the radiation bullet, right? Famous things like that. Umbrella guns. This is nothing like that, Sam, that's untraceable. These both, as the official story goes, were both just madmen with guns who got close enough. That should never happen. The Secret Service should be ashamed of themselves that it happened at all. And I believe you've seen my tweet this week where I called out, I don't even remember which congressman. He's saying, we're going to have to do something about this. It's like, bitch, you should have been done something before it happened. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Security is security. And these are not sophisticated threats that we're talking about. This is they all saw him. He was pointing, like the first guy, right? Pointed out by the crowd, local police, all of that stuff, right? They all knew. And nobody can stop a man with a gun. And then they're like, well, don't be a conspiracy theorist. Well, what does that look like?
There's no way that there was that many chain breaks in information. No possible
We've
way.
all seen videos of them. Here, there's a guy on the roof. There's a guy on the roof. Tons of people yelling it at the cops, and the cops saying, yeah, there's a guy on the roof. And then you ask the question, then where was the Secret Service? And the answer is they were not on comms, one, and they were actually inside that building instead of securing the roof.
Yep.
Two. That's what we're told. Also, we're told that the FBI was aware of both of the shooters. They have admitted to now both of them were on their radar to some degree. What does that mean, FBI? How come all of these persons of interest who do horrible things are on your radar, FBI?
They're always known to...
Yeah. We're known. We know who he is. It's like, yeah, what? Did you talk him into it? Is that what's going on here? What's the deal? The second guy, he was tied to lobbyists and people within the Biden administration. Now, you can say, oh, well, that's a picture. Maybe he took it outside. da 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 da, whatever. Here's a picture of him with a member of the Biden administration, and then he shot at Trump. Why is that? Why did that happen? And then why do you say he's known to you? It makes it look like you fucking had something to do with all this, and that doesn't make anyone a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, it's not that far of a leap, especially when we don't get the answers to those questions. Because they want to talk about the new. They want to talk about how Kamala's a brat, Sam.
Yeah.
They want you to talk about debates. They want you to talk about anything but the fact that as far as I'm concerned, through either malice or willful negligence, attempted to get a former president running for president, probably going to win president, killed. And they're not answering questions. Just it's fine. We'll do more security in the future. Happens again. We'll do more security in the future.
Well, all I'm seeing on Twitter right now regarding this is like apparently some like Iranian asset like threatened to assassinate Trump, but there hasn't been a third one. So, I stand corrected. I guess it was just like a threat, but still, like, this is the type of shit that like the CIA might want to investigate, but they're not going to.
We should just threaten to nuke Iran then, motherfucker. That's why I hate. Look, we once already let a foreign entity get away with murdering our president. That was JFK, and everybody wants to talk about the conspiracies about it, but flat out, the person that did it went to the fucking Soviet Union, became a member of the Communist Party, then he went to Cuba, became a member of that Communist Party, and then 6 months later shot the fucking president. You want to talk about the goddamn mafia? Are you fucking retarded? This from me, right? If you think it's about the goddamn mob, if you think it's about the deep state, then you missed the picture. The deep state, in this case, in the case of JFK's assassination, was kind of doing a sort of good guy thing in that they purposely planted the seeds of conspiracy so that the general public didn't say, oh my God, we need to go into World War III with a nuclear Russia. But yes, Russia shot our president flat the fuck out. The USSR had him assassinated. So a foreign entity threatens your fucking president, you should respond to that with fucking force.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile,
we should have gone to war with Russia, Sam, when they killed our president. But people were so, and you know what? They'll argue with me too. They'll argue if they see the comments. They'll be like, Max, oh, how could you believe the lone shooter theory? That's so stupid. Like, because he wasn't just a lone shooter. He had the entire backing of the communist world behind him, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And they purposely recruited the best Marine sniper they could find who was open to going to fucking Russia and becoming a commie. They gave him a hot, blonde fucking Russian wife. They taught him exactly how to do all this shit. They sent him to Cuba to get a little more training with the guerrillas down there in case he had to shoot his way out. Right? And then they knew he was going to be in Dallas, so he got the job at the book deposit. It's a fucking easy plan to understand, but that movie said back into the right. Oh my God.
And by the way, none of this shit that Max is saying, or that I've written about in the Fourth Estate specifically, is none of that is classified. All of that is in the open. So
they spun up a fucking yarn. The conspiracy was spun up by the same people calling you a conspiracy theorist in this case.
Yeah.
They literally invented the term because they didn't want people to talk about the fact that our biggest rival in all of American history, the USSR, had our president assassinated. If that's not going to start a nuclear World War III, what is, right? But it didn't. How come? Because they lied. They said it wasn't them. They said, oh, it's not Russia. No, it had not. No, it was the deep state. It was us. The deep state literally said it was us rather than to say the truth that it was fucking USSR. And there's records that have been declassified from the Russian end of things after the Soviet Union fell that corroborate all this as well. It's not a secret. It's not a like. I get people
why would the deep state want to be blamed over blaming Russia?
Right, because if the deep state gets blamed, it doesn't start World War III with nukes. That's it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Exactly.
Right? The deep state getting blamed. Okay, let's say they came out and admitted it. Who's even alive from there anymore? Who are you going to hold responsible?
Well, that's just it, and that's why I hope that Trump does indeed. Like at this point, like I hope he releases the rest of the JFK files just to get it done and over with. At this point, that's literally where I'm at. So,
yeah, all of it. Let's see it all, because that's what I think it shows, that he acted indirectly or directly on behalf of the Soviet Union to assassinate John Kennedy.
Yeah.
They picked a guy that's a really good shot. He got a specialized Italian rifle. Wasn't cheap. Where'd he get the rifle? And so-called conspiracy experts, please illuminate me on the exact nature of where he acquired his rifle that he used in the JFK assassination. Even if you think he's a patsy and didn't do it, please look into that, because if you still think he's a patsy, you actually haven't. That paper trail tells you everything you need to know. Regardless that the conspiracy people are going to argue with me, the point being is a president being assassinated is a big deal. Attempts or otherwise, and could spell like literally World War III, and a presidential candidate as well.
Yeah. Well, Max, if it makes you feel any better, you basically said the same thing that Terrence McCauley said about the JFK assassination when he was on here at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. And I trust him a lot more than I trust any of the so-called expert conspiracy theory.
It's the only theory, Sam, that doesn't have insane, mysterious loopholes.
Well, yeah.
Occam's razor, right? Occam's razor is the simplest solution, is often the true one. In this case, the simplest solution is that, the Soviets hired this guy one way, or they either hired him or they planted the idea in his head. Take your pick. It doesn't really fucking matter, does it? And sent him off on his mission. He did it willingly. He did it for the cause. He was a fucking communist. And one of their big pieces of evidence, Sam, is that when he was shot by Jack Ruby, before that he had said he's a patsy. Yeah. He's still, in this theory, he's still a patsy. He's a patsy for Russia. He just got shot in the fucking mouth before he got a chance to say that. So
here's the other question. I'm glad you brought up Ruby. So do you think Jack Ruby was part of it, or was he just like a random gangster?
He's like, you motherfucker. He literally is quoted as saying, "You motherfucker, you shot my president." He called him a rat, and people were like, "Oh, because he's snitching." No, it wasn't because he was snitching. It was, "You, Oswald, you fucking rat." That's the actual quote, by the way, and that's how he said it. "Oswald, you fucking rat, you shot my president." Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
It's not complicated what Jack Ruby's motivation was, and then he confessed to all of that. He was at the club when he saw the shooting. He knew all the cops. That's the thing. He's the guy that had access because he was friendly with all the cops. So that's where the conspiracy part comes in about him. But if you think about it logically like this, or at least from this narrative's perspective, you shot my fucking president. Yeah. Sam, people liked John Kennedy, no?
Oh, yeah.
You think that was different when he was alive? No, they loved him. And Jack Ruby was a big supporter of his.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that complicated. People overcomplicate it. He said you're a rat because you're a rat bastard, which is often redacted from the quote. He said, "Oswald, you rat bastard, you shot my president." That is the full quote. Yeah. Does that change anything, Sam? He said rat bastard and not just rat?
That changes a lot, actually, considering that, they're all the mob theories out there.
Instead of you're snitching on it, it turns it into "you motherfucker." And I wish you would have said that, but they wouldn't have. That's the problem, is they took the bastard out of a lot of the initial quotations of it because they couldn't put that. And back in those days, they didn't just write B asterisk asterisk or whatever. They would not use swear words at all.
Right.
So they cut that out when they were reporting it, and now that's become the official story, is that he said, Oswald, you rat, but it's Oswald, you rat bastard, which originally was put as a ... in the original articles, right? It's Oswald, you rat ... So they just quote that, but it's no. You can hear it on the tape, by the way. There's a tape of that, Sam. He says, Oswald, you rat bastard, you shot my fucking president. But they couldn't use that quote in the news in the 60s, right? So they shortened it, and in doing so, helped create the conspiracy.
Yeah, because the government is sometimes retarded, or maybe not. Maybe that was their exact intention.
Government has always been fucking retarded.
The fact that JFK is dead. See, here's the other one. What benefit does the deep state have in covering it up that way, that they're taking the credit for it? We're powerful. We can do things. The truth of the matter is they got caught with their pants down and Russia killed their president. That's the truth. They were incompetent. But they want you to believe they're all powerful in the shadows on the grassy knoll. No, they got caught with their pants down and somebody put a bullet in their president. Because they should have not allowed. That's why I say that was the last successful attempt on our president. The one before that was also a guy just walked up to him and shot him. That's the one thing your Secret Service is supposed to be able to prevent. They can't prevent the big grand conspiracies and the super spies, but they sure as shit are supposed to prevent you from walking up to him and taking a shot. Jesus.
Well,
that's the one fucking thing they can't fucking prevent.
I do have to wonder, like, how people are still atheists, because after June, like the fact that Trump is still alive is literally an act of God. I believe at least.
I mean, it's hard to argue against. If it is a coincidence, it's a fucking hell of a coincidence.
I mean, if it is just a coincidence, then Trump should have gone out that day and bought a lotto ticket. I don't know if you're allowed. I don't know if you're allowed to do that as president, but like, if he is, he should have. Not that he needed it, but like, geez.
That's just the fucking news story we fucking need, Sam. President Trump buys a lotto ticket and wins.
I mean, hey, he, the bullet,
Millionaire gets more money to lord over people, says the New York Times.
Who reads the New York Slimes anyway? Which, by the way,
stupid ass liberals.
Well, yeah, of course. You know what else? So this just got brought to my attention. Apparently InfoWars is being like auctioned off or something like that. How much money we got in the bank between?
Oh shit, I'm good at this. Hold on. What's your bid, Sam?
$5. $5.
$1, Bob. I win, right?
I'll go to 10.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure that's how you win. You say $1, Bob, and you raise your hand. I've seen an auction, Sam. I know.
I mean, I suppose Morpheus is the new owner of InfoWars now. So
how? I $1.
Well,
do I at least get the showcase, Sam?
But I bet a bit higher than Sammy, so I win.
You get Alex Jones' big like flat screen, which is
I wanted his bullhorn. That's the best part of being Alex Jones.
I'll give you Alex Jones' chair.
I mean,
Ooh, it's a spinny chair, Sam. That's a good deal for me. I'm gonna take that.
I mean, neither more or I need that. So go ahead.
Yeah, I could just sit in Alex Jones's chair spinning. Yeah. And going. We're putting in the conditioner. Ah!
No, but this is an actual.
Sam, can I interest you in a water filter?
I already have one that's actually better than what InfoWars sells, but sure. Okay.
You'll still buy one? Dope.
I mean, we might as well, right? Like,
yeah, but the thing is mine uses special technology, right? What it is I take the dome piece, right, and I stuff paper towels into it. Yeah, you stuff the paper towels in, and then you run the water through, and it's clean. It's only $100, Sam.
Would you piss in it and drink your own piss after it went through your filter?
Why would you piss into it and then drink it? What is wrong with you?
Dude, that's like the crazy things that they do to say, like, this is how great the purifier is.
Oh, no. I'm not. I wouldn't even use this thing. I'm just trying to sell one to Sam.
No, she is right though. Some of those water filter commercials are like insane. Like what the?
I'll shit in it right now. He just hunkers over the filter. All right. It's like shit.
So
there's only a couple paper towels in a little ball.
So
it's not really gonna. You're like, no, you can't pee in it. If you pee in it and drink it, I recommend that you call like a clinical helpline of some kind.
So InfoWars getting sold off, like, basically
you gotta pay that with bajillion dollars somehow, Sam.
Yeah.
That they owe for some stupid reason.
Here's the thing. I don't think this is gonna get rid of Alex Jones.
Nothing could get rid of Alex Jones. He's just like, you cut him off from all internet. He's just gonna sit there in a chair with a microphone yelling at it. Tell me I'm wrong.
The thing
he was doing that before he got famous, Sam.
He was. The crazy thing is, if Alex Jones were to go away, all of the people who hate him would immediately miss him.
I miss him already.
Even he hasn't
even gone away, Sam, and I miss him.
Mortis, even your bestest buddies on Twitter, the Krasensteins were like, no, we'll buy InfoWars.
I would buy InfoWars and then sell it to the Krasensteins.
I'd buy InfoWars and then
now that I'm getting it for $1, Sam, I'm gonna make a killing.
Well, I mean, listen,
I got $1. Oh.
Listen, I mean, the Krasensteins are so cheap that, like, you would have to, like, lower the price for them. So.
Was that because they're Jewish, Sam?
No, it's because they're assholes.
Oh, fair enough.
They can't use all that porn money to buy things.
That's true. How's their mom? Ever since their mom got banned off Twitter, I've been wondering that question, right? Because Mrs. Krasenstein was there for years, and it totally wasn't them.
Yeah, right. We never hear it. Well, let's ask Morpheus. Like, he's our resident expert. How is Mrs. Krasenstein more?
Yeah,
I've literally never read a tweet from either of those Krasenstein fuckers that mentions their mother.
Well, that's a shame. Send my love. I mean, she was a nasty bitch on Twitter, and I hated her, and it was totally them pretending to be her. But like, yeah, if you talk to her, send my love.
They still refuse to debate more of this too, and I don't know why. Because
he's crippled. You guys are sneaky, man. He might come up behind him and like put him in a headlock.
I mean, Morpheus is harmless, though, mostly.
They are prejudiced against crippled people.
No, that's prejudice, Sam. You think Morpheus is harmless? That's what he wants you to think.
Shh.
That's he's dangerous.
Shh. Well,
he's killing Nazis on the moon, Sam.
Max, damn it, Max, you weren't supposed to say that on air. Now they'll know. I was trying to.
Well, how did they not know he was killing Nazis on the moon like 2 weeks ago? You gotta be pretty dangerous to do all that.
I was trying to lull them into a false sense of security, so that they, would
come on the show and get fucking owned.
It's especially impressive. He does it all in like one of them junker hospital wheelchairs,
Oh, speaking of that. I'm glad I'm not the one who likes to make more dance like a monkey. I mean, give insightful opinions. But
that is my one issue.
But well, the saying, Max, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
I do. Sam. I've heard that once before. Where did I hear that from? You're smart.
Let me find this here. I don't know really how else to I retweeted something that our friend Craig tweeted last night. And I just need your reaction to this, because I'm a cripple, and yet I have no.
Really?
I have no idea.
When did it happen, Sam? I'm just finding out them. Go ahead. Sorry.
Long before you knew me. But anyway, so. Yeah, apparently, this is what the...
Holy shit on those legs, bro. What the... This person does not know how to draw musculature, or... Who did this? Why are they proud of this?
I don't know who made this.
That bitch be able-bodied, yo.
Well,
able-bodied bitches be using hospital wheelchairs in their design because they're so fucking progressive, huh?
I said that I tweeted this morning that the only reasonable explanation for this is that this Huntress bitch, or whoever she is,
pushed the actual crippled out of the fucking chair.
Yeah, that's literally the only
Yeah, how do you get your legs that jacked if they don't work?
Yeah.
You kind of don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Me, I know.
The actual problem I'm pretty sure you guys deal with is struggling with, not getting atrophy rather than the jackedest legs on earth.
Those legs look more jacked than my physical therapist's legs.
They got more veins than Hulk Hogan's arms, bro. This is crazy. And also, again, the stock hospital wheelchair every fucking time. And what else is wrong with
time? If you're gonna put fucking wheelchairs in fucking fantasy, make the fucking chair at least fucking look cool.
Yeah, this looks like it was manufactured at a factory in a modern setting. Ignoring the fact that it is the most basic wheelchair design on earth, it just looks modern. It looks out of place. And so do her legs, but that's different.
Fucking purpose. You fucking hit one fucking jump, anything, it's going to fucking fall apart.
Well, we know that's not a problem for her because if the wheelchair falls apart, she can just get up and fucking walk.
Facts.
Right on. And also their cripple is a thing in D&D, and there's a spell called heal. And if you cast heal, the cripple guy can walk. That's normal. Every cleric knows this spell.
Yeah.
The whole world knows how to heal cripples because magic is real. So she's choosing to sit in that wheelchair, actually, which is retarded.
And apparently, like,
she's choosing to sit in the fucking wheelchair because she wants fucking dudes to fucking baby her ass.
Yeah. And it's not a real, like, setting appropriate wheel. Like, that would be, as a DM, I'd be like, look, you at least have to read it. I'll give you the legs if you just redesign the fucking chair. Because that shit looks retarded and is going to make my whole campaign not make sense. Where's the factory that made it?
Right?
Is it? Oh, it's in Elphistan? Come on. Jesus. Like, you might make something out of wood. Yeah, like she's an elf, right? So what? Here's what I would do. If you wanted to play a wheel, first of all, we know we've already gone over this. You guys don't want to play in a wheelchair in D&D, but like, let's say somebody did. Let's say somebody did. How would I handle that as a DM? I would suggest to them not to use a stock standard wheelchair, but hey, what if you're in like a little sled device and you have a little animal that pulls you around, right? So you're kind of like a musher. And you got a magical spell. That's why you can't walk. I don't fucking know. But like, put some goddamn thought into it, at least.
Morpheus actually did find like the cool, cripple. Like if we're gonna have a cripple wheelchair, like Morpheus at least found like the cool one.
Yeah. You could get away with.
Yeah, there's two examples in the chat.
I mean, yeah, that's a little better. That's like some Mad Max shit right there.
Yeah,
that's some Mad Max or an extremely talented blacksmith.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, there's no guns, so that's fair.
That actually looks like that's actually like pretty close to what like Apex used to describe my wheelchair as on the show.
Another thing you could do, Sam, okay? I'm going to spitball another one by you here, okay? Say you wanted to be in a chair, but like heal spell exists, like I said. Well, you could lose the lower half. You could lose your legs, right? And then you don't have legs. There's no spell to regrow legs.
Right.
Here's an idea that the crippled person could do in that situation. You could have an enchanted set of like legs made out of like forest trees because that lady was an elf.
Well, yeah.
And so she's still crippled and, but she walks around and that doesn't ruin everybody else's fucking game. Waiting for you to roll to go up the stairs.
The problem is they're not that fucking creative.
And they're like, you gotta roll like a 30 and you roll a 3 because there's stairs and you're a cripple in a wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
How many times are we gonna have to roll for you going up and down stairs in your fucking wheelchair? That's exactly why you would make like fake legs.
Yeah.
Or like if it's a futuristic game, right? You have like a robot lower half. I mean, like, no. People would go out of their way to avoid putting anybody in a wheelchair in a role play setting because it is so fucking overly complicating the game.
Yeah, well, look, I am glad you brought up like it. So if we were to play like Cyberpunk Red,
if they're gonna do this, I want a fucking wheelchair protagonist in a wheelchair in the next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make a video game with it if it's such a great idea, because people would. But the thing is, you could make a good wheelchair if the driving mechanics are good. Mix it with some good shooting mechanics. They could make this game. Would they? No. They're trying to virtue signal over y'all guys, and y'all guys at least understand that you're such a small demographic. It's not worth it.
It's not even a question of demographics. It's a question more of like. Of when I play,
how many actual
practicality? For me, it's an issue of practicality. It is not practical to put us in a fantasy setting. Period. End of story.
And it adds a layer. You can either ignore and start breaking, rules. Oh, they can just go upstairs because magic. That kind of, you could do that. And okay, then you're just ignoring it completely. And then it's literally just a virtue signal. Or if you play it by the rules, you would have to roll extra times every single time you try to do something that involves not anything but a ramp. You have to make handicapped accessible dungeons, Sam.
And there is no ramps. Typically, in D&D dungeons are not ADA compliant ever.
Right? Why would they be? They're made by like an evil wizard. What does he give a fuck about if you can get through his lair, Sam? He's trying you not to come in there and kill him, Oh, the wheelchair guy can't come. Oh, wow. Maybe I should make a ramp for him. No, the wheelchair guy can stay outside. That's one less guy trying to kill me.
Yeah. Well, I blame.
You go take care of him after you got all the other ones, right?
I blame Game of Thrones for this shit specifically.
Fair.
No, but I'm gonna stop you right there, Sam. I kind of blame Game of Thrones, but more specifically, I blame fucking WotC because they're a fucking Seattle piece of shit company.
That hurts to even think about, man.
That is true, but you know how Game of Thrones, at least the TV show, ends, right?
Right. Oh yeah.
Right,
absolutely.
Morpheus. Yeah. They made the cripple. They made
the all-seeing wizard fucker.
Yeah. They made the cripple guy Bran the fucking king of everything. There, I just spoiled the entire ending of Game of Thrones for you.
Damn, Sam! I was about to watch that 15-year-old show. Or whatever.
I mean,
the only reason to watch the show is the Wildling Ginger.
I mean, it's not that old, but it might as well be.
I'm a sandwich.
You're not okay. First off, you're surrounded by wraps, right? So like,
are you saying wraps aren't there's look? If I move, there's sandwiches.
Wraps are not sandwiches.
This is the real issue of the show.
That's what notice, Sam. I'm where the sandwiches are, not where the wraps are, because I'm a sandwich.
So what you're saying is Maxine makes you since she's a sandwich maker, or what?
Oh man, sometimes she makes me do all kinds of stuff. It's a little rough. That's what having a wife is like. But yeah, I'm a sandwich.
Well, you are.
Can I be in the D&D game? Are they gonna respect my sandwich?
Well, listen. If
I want to be a sandwich.
Well, listen. All I can say is that like if Rumble actually allowed for more than
I'll respect your sandwich over your fucking stock hospital wheelchair.
If Rumble allowed for Morpheus's avatar to actually appear on screen, then you would be sandwiched between him and I on screen.
No, but look at me, Sam. I'm a sandwich.
Are you calling?
Ow! I got hit. He said that there were wraps, right? But look.
Yeah.
I'm where the sandwiches are. Because I'm a sandwich. And Sam doesn't believe me.
It's not that I don't believe you. I mean, yeah, I guess you're a sandwich.
All right, what else we got today, Sam?
Honestly, like,
I feel good being a sandwich, It feels right.
Well, you're a pretty retarded sandwich, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, well, you about to get a knuckle sandwich.
Which I deserve, which, I probably deserve that. But you're the one who calls yourself retarded, all the time. So
Yeah, but see, that's the thing about being retarded is I forget, and then you offend me.
Well, I have the right to offend, Max.
Damn, you got me
Damn it,
there.
beat me to it, Sammy.
So,
Oh, Sam, I got breaking news.
oh yeah?
Diddy's a pedophile.
Shocker.
Ow. Damn.
What person in Hollywood isn't a pedophile?
Why did she hit you for that? That's like,
I don't know. I have no idea anymore. The audience likes what they like, What can I say? Oh. I also had breaking news, Sam.
Oh my
God. Vince McMahon shit on somebody's head.
We know this shit already.
No, it's breaking because there's a Netflix documentary
again
that came out this week, and it doesn't talk about. So, what good documentary would it be? It doesn't talk about Vince McMahon shitting on anybody's head. How is that a biography, Sam? That seems like the most important part.
Well, listen.
He's going to be known for two things. Wrestling and bigger and more importantly, shitting on somebody's head.
And also,
just saying, we need to make a documentary, and it's only going to be about Vince McMahon shitting on someone's head.
I feel like
it's gonna be 3 hours describing the process of Vince McMahon shitting on someone's head.
You want to know the sad truth? That'll probably be the most entertaining thing on Netflix. Also, why are you flinching?
Just Vince McMahon's ass, we'll call it.
Well, hey,
a true colonic experience.
Well, hey, well, hey, it's not as bad as that's still more entertaining than AEW. So
that's true. That's the funny part. Is a docu-series about Vince McMahon's antics, not including the head shitting, is still draws better ratings than AEW.
So I'm sure I ticked off.
You know what else draws better ratings than AEW, Sam? That the audience will love this. Reruns of a syndicated television show that everybody has seen a few hundred times do better than AEW.
All right. Well, yeah, that's
literally the Big Bang Theory comes on before AEW, and like 100,000 people tune out immediately as soon as it changes. It's hilarious, but they can't even get the same ratings as a show that's been canceled for like 5 years.
But hey, you know what AEW gets better ratings than? Kamala Harris.
They're both anti-Semitic.
I will give him that.
Did you ever see, Sam? They did an angle last year in AEW with MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, who's very famously Jewish, and the heel wrestler, I forget even who it was, threw quarters at him. You know when that happened, Sam? The same week as the October 7th attacks.
Oof.
Yeah. What a great storyline. A truly riveting television.
You know what? Like,
and they say Vince McMahon's writing was bad, Sam, but man, what a silly thing to put on TV.
Well, they also say that like Vince McMahon is an insensitive asshole, but I don't know.
Which is clearly true.
Well, he might be, but man, that's taken a little too far. AEW. So
Yeah, that's every bit as bad as when Vince shit on that woman's head. I was gonna say something else, but that's the best one to keep saying. Yeah, hey, you know what's worse than that, Sam? When Vince McMahon shit on a woman's head.
can I?
It works for almost everything.
You know what? You know what though? That you know what though? That's still better than Vince McMahon shitting on a guy's head is still better than Obama's entire presidency though.
But that's not. Lots of guys get their head shit on by Vince McMahon. Oh, now she got slapjacking on me.
You know what? I love how I can't see her hands, so it's just
Violence for the sake of it. I know.
Yeah.
Hey, Sammy, check the group chat if you would.
I suffer for my art, and my art is telling uncomfortable jokes about Vince McMahon shitting on someone's head.
Listen, are you trying to get abused by your wife? Because that's how.
I'm just look. Vince McMahon getting his head shit on. I didn't know that when I got told to read those messages, and so I'm scarred because I just picked. All right, we're gonna do it. Damn it!
All right. My God, that's getting almost as bad as the fucking goddamn John Fox fucking sex tape shit.
Hey, the Johnny Fox sex tape shit's not my fault. That's his. Man, imagine having a sex tape leaked on the Kiwi farms, and it's you talking to some broad online while beating it. That's awful, Sam. Never do that, Sam. Because I will make fun of you mercilessly. That's how. See, that's the thing he didn't do, right? Is make a joke out of it. So, yeah, don't do that.
I would never do that on.
I don't know. You do horny posts.
Yeah, but that's okay. There are horny posts, and then
horny posts and putting it in audio form for the fucking world to fucking hear are two different fucking things.
Thank you, Moore.
You're the most beautiful girl in the Discord. Oh my God. Famous author Jack Pierce, everybody. What else we got, Sam?
Well, apparently Mayor Eric Adams is
gay? We knew that.
Well, but he's also corrupt, apparently.
Oh, yeah, that's a little worse, actually.
I mean, look, it's bad enough. It's bad enough that he's corrupt, but him being gay and corrupt, that's not going to help the gay community at all.
Apparently, he's pissed off Biden and Harris because Democrats typically don't get indicted.
Yeah, because he said no more immigrants. Ever since then, they've been targeting him, and they should because he's bad. Bad Democrat. You take those immigrants and you fucking like it.
Also, apparently, Trump was right about the dogs and cats being eaten and...
Yeah, man. I've been to a Chinese joint, Sam. What else? Bro, that what is it? General Chow's cat is delicious.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And them doggy dumplings. Oh man, you put that ginger sauce on them. You
know what's bad is so my mom used to have a Cairn Terrier, and that Cairn Terrier would always run away from home. And one time, I shit you not, that dog ran away and ran into a Chinese he ran into a dumpster behind a Chinese restaurant, and we did get him back. And I was like,
and how did it taste, Sam? Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, I told my mom, I'm like, well, thank God he's alive. And she's like, what do you mean? And I had to explain,
The Chinese people feed us cats. Yeah.
Yeah. So
they're tasty though, man. You know what sucks is I don't get the Chinese cat as much anymore because they got rid of the MSG. It's not as good.
More of this I have to
I like
ask.
the old school Chinese cat food, that was delicious when they take a cat and they dip it in sauce and then just slather that shit in MSG. It makes you meow all the way home.
More
you know what I mean?
More of this. What is your favorite flavor of a cat? You're the cat expert.
Yeah, what's your favorite flavor of cat?
I'm gonna have to go with Max here and go with General Chow's.
It's good.
Like, yeah, you can't
either that or sweet and sour cat.
So Tabby, I guess.
Yep.
But
there's nothing like the cat fried rice, Sam.
No, cat fried rice is really good.
You get it house style with the little egg drops. That it gives you that satisfaction you can only get from like scratching your back on a post.
Yeah. I guess.
He's just trying to get me to hit him again.
I'm not just trying to get you to hit me.
But did it work, Maxine?
It did. I got brutalized, but I wasn't trying to. There's a t-shirt involved. It was ugly.
But
I'm okay. I survived, guys. And I want to let you know if Vince McMahon shit on someone's head.
You know what? Like I feel bad. I feel like I should say something so that Maxine will like hit me, but I don't. I am mostly well behaved.
No, you don't want that, Sam.
I am mostly well behaved, so that's
not me, Sam.
Well, yeah, I know that.
I can't help it. I'm retarded.
Well, yeah, you are, but we love you. You may be retarded, but you're not voting for Kamala Harris retarded.
Well, yeah. Plus, I've learned a thing or two in life. If you're gonna be dumb, you got to pick up a few bits of wisdom here and there.
You might be retarded, but you're not stupid.
Yeah, and one of the bits of wisdom I live by is that Vince McMahon shit on someone's head.
Vince McMahon shitting on a guy's head is still better than Kamala Harris shitting on the entire country, which is what is going to happen if she gets elected.
You mean Mamacita Kamala? Hey.
Oh God! Did she change accents yet again? Of course she did.
Pulled like a Selena. Like she spoke just like Selena, like I love you too. It was so cringe.
That's what. Look, sometimes she's black, sometimes she's Hispanic, sometimes she's retarded. Oh, right, that is all the time. My bad.
Yeah,
she's always retarded.
And sometimes she's a whore. Oh wait, no, that's also all the time. So
she a dumb hoe.
I thought we settled this, and Taylor Swift can suck more dick, though.
Yes.
Okay. She's still a contender for the title of the dick suckingest bitch out there, though.
Okay, so here is actually a question. Was Taylor Swift at the Diddy parties? I don't care, but I
Probably. She's probably there.
Yeah,
Probably,
I would say probably.
Directing some kind of sex dungeon affair with. See, the thing is, the people that mostly got abused at those Diddy parties, Sam, everybody's like, what famous person is it? Most of them aren't famous people. And they got brought in just to get abused.
Yeah.
Isn't that a nice thing? But no, let's speculate about like the which famous people it is instead of think about that for a second, you know? It's poor people that they offer a lot of money to and then take advantage of, and it's gross.
Yeah, that's true. Alrighty, well,
all I got to say is I got the baby oil. Ooh, but we finna rub.
You know,
party like a Diddy party, because Diddy parties are full of baby oil and underage people.
You know, I feel bad for the companies that make that, because
baby oil or underage people.
Baby oil. Well, I mean,
I'm sorry, I was just unfamiliar with the Underage People Corporation.
Well, that's Hasbro.
Isn't that all of them?
Oh man, that's gross. You have no idea how on the mark that is. They were probably at all the Diddy parties.
I saw a meme today that was like a Batman meme, and it's Batman chasing the Riddler, but instead of the Riddler, it's Diddy, so they call him the Diddler.
Oh God.
So
Diddle me this, Batman.
Diddle me this, Batman.
So no. Did you know, Sam? There's actually a comic book that was published to help Subway, where Jared Fogle and I think Superman foil a crime over delicious Subway sandwiches. Did you know? And Jared actually has superpowers, but also, if you really read it, he comes off sus as fuck.
I didn't know that, but somehow none of that surprised me.
Yeah, it was before he got caught, horrifically abusing all those children, which a lot of people don't want to say about Jared from Subway, but like he literally for years,
somebody new.
He for years was creating his own pornography of these children. Years, and Subway made this comic book in like long before he got arrested. And in the comic book, he acts super like the superheroes even think he's a bad guy at one point. But in the end, he redeems himself because he saves the day and gives them delicious Subway sandwiches. Trademark.
Yeah, that's not a sus at all.
Yeah, so not only is Jared Fogle a pedophile, he's a superhero.
Well, if the boys, taught us anything, it's that superheroes are actually like awful people. So,
I think Batman taught me that. To be fair. Dude, kill the Joker. Are you like, what the fuck is wrong with Batman? Honestly. Like, the Riddler gets out. He kills like maybe a person, right? The Penguin, you can't even put him in jail because he's just like a low-level thug. Like, all his other villains are nobody. But the Joker gets out of jail every couple months. Sometimes every week. Right?
Yes.
And then kills like 8,000 people in Gotham. And then Batman's like, I just can't stop him. What could I do to stop this man? It's like, just choke him, Bruce. He don't even have powers. It's Batman's fault. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the Punisher is absolutely right about Batman being a pussy when it comes to the Joker.
Well, even the fucking Robin. So Joker killed Robin, right? And then Batman did nothing about it. And then that guy got brought back to life, and he's like, "Oh, why didn't you kill the Joker? He killed me in front of you, you fucking asshole! Brutally! What the fuck is wrong with you?" And Bruce is like, "I can't kill. It'll break my code." And it's like, yeah, but he kills like people for fun.
Yeah, there's a I hate the whole argument
Let
because
the state kill him, for fuck's sake, Bruce.
yeah, well there's this really stupid argument.
Pussy.
There's this really stupid argument that if Batman kills the Joker, then he becomes as bad as the Joker, and it's like
no, because that's one kill, right? The Joker, to catch up to the Joker, he needs a few million more.
Yes, exactly, and also like.
Oh, my wife! I ended up scarring my wife because she didn't know about the Joker in the comic books, and so I showed her not even the comic books, Injustice, the game, where it's the alternate universe where the Joker kills Lois Lane.
Yeah.
My wife didn't like that at all.
Well, you better not.
Or the fact that in his origin story, it's implied he rapes Batgirl. She didn't know that either.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, I was just gonna say you better not show Maxine the killing joke either. So,
and then I started showing her shit like Marvel Zombies and like all the crazy comic books out there because, man, comic books can get crazy and fun, and she didn't know any of it.
The Punisher is still probably my favorite Marvel.
Oh man, like what is it? Punisher Warzone, I think, was the run where it showed him in Vietnam and everything. Oh man.
Yeah. That's Frank Castle is who I based Thomas Roberts off of in the Shadows of Deception series. Speaking of Vietnam and the Cold War, I started listening to Targeted Beirut by Jack Carr earlier this week, and man, it's for nonfiction, it's really damn good, I must say.
Yeah.
Also, once again, public schools failed.
Shocking.
Because
that's never happened before.
Because
what happened?
Well, apparently Beirut was a lot more than a historical footnote, which is what my high school history teacher said.
They say that about a lot of things, don't they? And then you look into it and you're like, wow, these were people's lives. Maybe it's a little more important than. And to be fair, though, your high school history teacher has to get through a lot in a semester, so whatever.
Well, not just that, but like maybe Beirut is one of the reasons why we're in the middle. Like maybe Beirut was a lot more relevant to my life than say the Summer of Love. In the 1960s.
No, you need to know all about Charles Manson's mind control powers, bro. That's important information.
I mean, sure that
I've been accused of having Charles Manson-esque mind control powers, Sam.
You and Shmuley, I can kind of buy him having mind control powers.
Can you buy Charles Manson having those powers, Sam? Think about that for 1 second.
No.
Well, then why would you buy me or anybody? I totally, Sam, I'm going to make you're going to respond to me with an uncomfortable laugh, and then you're going to try and segue into the next topic.
Well, you do that every show, so, What?
You started with the uncomfortable laugh, see? I nailed it. See, mind control powers confirmed, chat.
Yeah. That's not uncomfortable, but that wasn't uncomfortable, by the way. That's just, amusement. So.
No, but it works for what,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'm easily amused. I think we have all. That's pretty common knowledge, though.
You know what's amusing? Vince McMahon shit on somebody's head. Oh, she's
Why?
not paying attention.
Why is that? So, the question though, Max, is why? Why is this so amusing to you? That's why. That's my quote.
She's not letting the next one slide, she said. Like Vince McMahon let it slide right on. Never mind. Never mind. It slid right on out.
Ooh, I felt that one from here.
That's what she said.
Maxine, I apologize.
Uh-huh.
What did I do?
That one was for you.
Yeah, and what did I do?
You're encouraging my
You are the
behavior.
instigator, Sam.
Yeah, you planned all this. See, Sam's got the mind control powers.
Holy, if that's true,
then cripples have mind powers. I told you.
Sam is real life Professor X.
God,
Yeah, you too, because every crippled guy has mind powers. You just have to discover them. I read this somewhere.
Morpheus, if that's true, then holy shit, we just need to use Cerebro to convince the entire population to vote for Trump.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah. We'll do.
Fucking clean sweep all 50 fucking states.
If you're gonna be like super mutants, though, first of all, one of you has to decide which one of you is Magneto, and second of all, Mort. Apparently, my wife immediately said Mort is Magneto.
Well,
and then secondly, you should go with Magneto. You should beat him to the punch, see, and you should outlaw all other mutants, and then keep your powers to yourself.
Well, listen.
Mm-hmm.
I know that people think that never mind.
Yeah, he's not actually a robot, you see. He just magnetically fused those plates to himself. I'm surprised you didn't know that. That's how he's fighting Nazis on the moon, Sam. I told you he's a dangerous guy.
Well, no. Morpheus.
Also, of course he's fighting Nazis. He's Magneto.
Morpheus is made out of adamantium, too. So...
Yeah, that's why no matter what the Krasensteins say, he doesn't cry. Because that would be like a little bitch move.
That is true.
Now that you both got mind powers, I told you so, first of all. And second of all, you have to combine them for the good of humanity.
I mean that's what we do here. That's what we do here every week on the Whitfield Report. So.
I figure I could be Beast, right? Because he doesn't really have any powers except he looks weird. So I could do that.
Well, he is a genius retard. So, and that is kind of you. So,
yeah. Yep.
Who's the genius retard?
Not me. Oh, me.
So, all right. What else is in the news, boys? It's been a really slow news week.
Same old bullshit as every week, which is why I keep bringing up Vince McMahon shitting on heads. We got to fill time.
The Republicans not being fucking Democrats, but they need to not do more than not be fucking Democrats.
Let's just spend money we don't have, guys. That'll fix everything, and then pray that Donald Trump wins. Good fucking plan, Congress.
Yep.
There's really not much more to say. There. Oh yeah, let's trillions for the wars in the fucking Middle East and the fucking fuck you people.
Yeah.
They all got millions going to the
both
company.
goddamn sides.
Yeah, they got millions going to the company that their brother's fucking friend owns and shit. And they're all getting rich off of it. Look at the Bidens and then think this is the problem with politics, is so much of the theft, corruption, and bullshit happens on like the state and local level that everybody ignores because they want to argue about federal like presidential politics.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers will like take that money that comes out your pocket and give it to their family business, and then take that money and launder it and fucking go run drugs or shit, or even just reinvest. They're reinvesting your money into their future. Go fuck yourself, taxpayer.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, the local governments is where most of that theft from your pocket occurs. Try and know who your fucking local officials are to some degree helps, and try and keep them accountable. That's the thing, is you can affect local politics, unlike national politics where you pretty much have very little say, except like swaying people you meet, but you'll never meet enough people, right? You'll never register enough voters, etc. You're one person. But on local, you can affect enough people. And some of these elections are decided by like 5 or 10 people. And you can talk to 5 or 10 people and not let these crooks get away with taking your tax money and investing it in. For example, previous mayor several years ago now, so I feel comfortable telling the story. His live-in boyfriend, wasn't supposed to live with him because they're not married. It never said you had to be straight, but it did say you had to be married to live in the mayor's mansion with the mayor. And then B, he fucking gave all the contracts for landscaping at low bid so he knew how much the bid is, right? And the lowest bid wins, and they had access so they could see all the other bids. So his boyfriend just puts in a low bid, says, I'm a landscaper. He gets that contract, and he doesn't basically have to do shit except the barest of minimum jobs. He's making $100,000 for that out of taxpayer money, right out of the fucking city's kitty. Right? That's how the shit works. They put their fucking hand right in your fucking pocket. Right in your pocket. And right down the street from you. Not in Washington, D.C. Right down the street from you. They're taking that money out of your pocket and they're putting it in theirs.
Yeah. Well, we're on the subject of of East Coast politics.
I'll return. That's not East Coast, brother. That's everywhere.
Well, yeah. Specifically, though, I was going to ask Max about Buddy Cianci, but I suppose I can wait. While we are waiting, though, Morpheus, bits and bones this week, sir.
Yep, as far as I know, Bits and Bones this week, tomorrow, 9 p.m. EST. We just had Sony PlayStation State of Play earlier this week, so we'll be talking about that and a couple other things that have gone on.
Oh, well, since I'm the one PlayStation guy here, anything worth covering, or is it shit like usual?
Concord 2, baby.
Okay.
I say that like it's for the meme, but that was legitimately on the list. But seriously, there was more The Last of Us like remakes and stuff going on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so we got another Last of Us remake. Well, that's great. Like, we need another one of those. Not. But hey, you know, I guess that's par for the course now.
Yep.
So,
Oh boy, I thought I had to take a mean Vince McMahon, but I just had to pee.
Swear to God.
How's it going? Did I miss anything?
I was just
She's
asking.
gonna fucking kill you, Max.
I was just asking. I was just at. God, you really do have. You really do
You
have.
think it was chunky or solid? Or wet? Ow. 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 Okay.
You know you do.
That was 2 for wet.
You know you do have. You do have.
Max has a poop fetish. I swear, worse than fucking DSP.
No, but I mean it is like driving her crazy. So that is a fetish, I guess. I've been driving my crazy a long time.
So you're one of those people who likes to get abused by your wife.
Well, no, it's a byproduct of like driving her insane. You just have to deal with that for the benefit.
I heard her say yes right as I asked.
It doesn't hurt because it takes a lot to hurt me. So
well,
it's easy to just shrug it off and keep telling bad jokes.
Well, like I suppose it would take a lot to hurt you, Max. I mean, you've already lived through the Biden economy like the rest of us, and nothing hurts worse than that.
Hey, and I'm starving. That's why I lost 154 pounds in the last year. Bidenomics, baby. That'll get you in shape.
I suppose that's like a glass half full of, that's actually like a glass. That is a glass half.
Are you preparing a bottle to throw at me in case I drop another Vince McMahon joke? Is that what's going on? I'm sorry, Sam. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Please, for the love of God, Maxine. I hope it's not glass. I hope it's not a glass bottle.
No, it's plastic.
Maxine, if you end up killing the husband, just hide the body, please.
Where's she gonna hide me? I'm too big. She can't. I'm gonna have to stay here. She can't move me.
I
know.
You know
that you're just gonna dump chemicals on me sitting in my chair in the basement. That won't attract attention. I think I'm safe, guys.
Okay, I've watched enough.
You're gonna get my ass up 2 flights of stairs to the bathtub.
She is a goth chick. I don't want to know. Like,
you're gonna need a big saw or something.
I mean, she is a goth chick. I think, or at least she plays one on sandwich makers.
For years, I was like, she's gonna do it for the insurance money, and then I realized I didn't have any insurance money
because of Bidenomics. Yay!
Yeah. So I'm bulletproof, Sam.
Well, I wouldn't.
It doesn't even benefit her to kill me, except for the fact that I would shut up.
Well, then she'd be stuck with me. And
yeah, you shut up once in a while. I just keep going. You should see when I'm not on the air. It's just as bad.
Worse.
She says
that that's reassuring. Because like people think that my on-air persona is different from my actual persona, and it's not. So neither.
Well, I control myself, a little bit more. I try, I think.
I'm a little quieter, but still same person off air.
She said that's why you're her favorite. Well, I'm like loud and obnoxious, and I purposely
Wait.
say things to annoy people.
Who is your favorite? Me or Sammy?
Oh, I'm gonna leave that up. No, she said Mort.
Oh. Well.
Sam is hurt.
Well,
Look what you did. Look what you did. You pick favorites and shit.
Well, I mean, to be fair, to be fair,
Can't be your favorite too. Yeah. There's only one favorite.
To be fair, that makes sense. So.
Oh, Sam's accepting defeat too. Oh, it's a different level. Yes. Just like well, it better.
To be fair,
it better be level. They got wheelchairs.
Gosh. To be fair, I'm the original model.
Wait. So Moore is admitting that he's old.
He's saying he's a classic.
Old as fuck.
So
I am as old as Max.
Classics don't age. Sam.
That is true. So, but you know, I'd like to think that I'd like to think that
I'd like to think as well, but it's really hard sometimes.
I'd like to think that I've changed and evolved over the last 10 years. See, that's what was interesting is I received a DM from someone, and I think it was jealousy, honestly. But
scandal.
Someone DM'd me where they were like, Sam, you've changed a lot. And I'm like, yeah, I hope so.
I mean, look at Dave. Dave has never changed. He's still 15 and he's 52. It's still 1998. He's still in the attitude era of wrestling. What does that get you? Well, it doesn't get you laid. I can promise that.
Yeah, that is true.
Get you diabetes type 2.
Oof. Is that where Dave's at now?
Oh yeah. Did I show you the video a couple months ago where Dave faked passing out from low blood sugar?
Oh Jesus!
You
haven't shown us that?
How do you fake that?
Oh, he did it so over the like a woman fainting, and he cut the camera like it was. I can show you. You could literally see him move the camera at the end of it because he didn't cut it right. It's beautiful. He totally faked having like a low blood sugar induced coma.
My favorite Dave moment that still gets stuck in my head. I swear to God, Max, I wake up from dreams about this. Is ew, a spider. Why are the electric sockets upside down?
Yeah, man. He ain't changed at all. That's what you get from it, right? It's like a guy that's a spider. Oh, well, Dave, what a precious gem.
Well, listen, like, to this person who DM'd me, like, look, you might be jealous that I've interviewed all these famous people, but here's one thing. The people I've interviewed, are like, that is an interesting philosophical question, I guess. It's like, what is considered famous?
I like to say we interview interesting people here, right? That's the term I use.
Yeah, that's what matters to me more is like, are you interesting?
The answer with almost all of the authors is yes. That's why they're authors in the first place.
Be famous and not interesting at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Like, we've had a lot of people on the show that aren't famous at all by anyone's metric too, and had great like the idea is to be interesting.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot to talk about tonight, so I'm just making jokes, right? It's still trying to be interesting. Also, I'm dumb, so I do that, you know.
Well, I mean, in all seriousness, like this
No,
is
you're fucking retarded, Max.
this is
That too.
this is kind of the problem with doing like a political news show, and I suppose we'll kind of break the fourth wall here, but like the news is so repetitive that it gets hard to do a show like this.
See, either you got to get into the minutia on all these news stories, right? Or you brush through all of them and then you're waiting for the interesting ones. Either way sucks. That's why we end up talking more about comedic stuff even now. Like the election season's hot, but I think this is kind of a mid-season lull. I think people are burnt out on big election news. At least give them a week off. Maybe the media even coordinated that.
You know what would be at least interesting is if Kamal actually did like an interview that was like unscripted. Then we'd actually
hey, Crescent, how about we actually have Kamala do an interview that's not fucking scripted, no fucking teleprompter, that's off the motherfucking cuff, and see what she fucking does. Oh wait, she won't fucking do that.
I don't
fuck you, Krasenstein.
I don't even think she can more. That's my hot take.
Well, look, if you let her do it from on her knees,
she definitely can, but it would at least be interesting to see her fucking bomb.
You got to get her comfortable, right? So get her some knee pads and whip a dick or two out in front of her, and she'll just talk. Yeah, it should be fine.
If she's not fucking comfortable on the fucking View or fucking Oprah, she's not gonna be fucking comfortable anywhere.
There's no dicks to suck on the View and Oprah, Morpheus.
She can fuck some titties.
She's not a lesbian, and Jenny McCarthy is no.
She likes to suck dick.
So, okay, fine. Have one of the Cuomo brothers there.
Kamala Harris. Fun fact: she loves sucking dick.
So get the fucking Cuomo brothers to fucking interview her.
That's in another news, more
have a fucking tag team her.
Water is. You know what? Like Chris Cuomo actually though did apologize to Trump, like for.
I seen this one picture where she had like a dick in each hand. I'm pretty sure it was real. Who would Photoshop that, right?
The thing with Kamala is even if someone did Photoshop it, it would be like it would be.
Why would you Photoshop her to have saggy titties though? That's the question I've been asking ever since.
That's true. You know who was allegedly at the Diddy parties though was Kamala.
Yeah, sucking dick. That's what I'm saying. Just dick. Kamala Harris sucking dick. These two things are like intertwined, you know?
Yeah.
If there's dick to be sucked, she just shows up like a fucking magical fairy. The dick sucking fairy.
Well, yeah.
You could try it sometime if you whip it out and you say Kamala 5 times, you know, she just shows up, blows you up real quick, and then leaves.
I'm not that desperate.
I'm telling you.
Sorry.
I'm telling you, you got to have a mirror, you know, a dark closet.
I mean,
Kamala Harris, Kamala, you know what I mean? And then she'll come and she's like,
yeah, but
no, I'm good.
Yeah, she might come, but I won't.
Oh, you can't help it. It's like a vortex.
So, anyway, though, well, I got.
Can I make my wife more uncomfortable, Sam? Is that possible?
No, I'm not uncomfortable. I just don't have a reply that I wouldn't feel comfortable with. That's what it is. So
that's what happens when you do this, right? You feel uncomfortable. That's why she leaves so quick.
Well, yeah. So, alrighty, folks. Well, I don't have anything, left to bring up. So I think we'll wrap this up.
Damage makers are going to be playing games this week, Sam. And they've invited. They said something like Sis First Bros, or your game night where you guys all play. I'm already setting that up, and we'll do something. But they're definitely going to play at least Jackbox games this weekend.
Well, hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, the hurricane will go right past Florida, so hopefully I can attend.
Like Kamala Harris sucking a dick.
There we go. That's a good one. So hopefully, no, Maxine, don't hit him. That one was actually good.
No, she likes the pew.
And then Bits and Bones tomorrow, and and then in regards to Monday's show, I guess to be determined, because hopefully I'll have power, but maybe not. Anyway.
Well, you're not sure, so it's okay. We'll figure that out.
But anyway, folks.
Good sir. My wife pointed out Bits and Bones, sandwich makers. And Whitfield report on Monday. Buy his book find out more about the secret furry army.
Or is it a secret furry army?
No, I spoiled it, Sam. No, they're not. I thought they were.
It's a not so secret furry army.
It could be a really bad LSD trip. Who knows? But anyway, thanks for tuning in, folks, and we'll see you down the line.
Hit the drum beat.
The right to offend is not some pesky little part of freedom of speech that we have to put up with. It is the heart and soul and lungs of freedom of speech. It is the coursing lifeblood of human progress. It is the instigator of liberty and modernity and science and understanding. What a laughing stock today's student leaders are, that they can so casually dismiss the right to be offensive without realizing that their lovely, enlightened lives are the gift of individuals who gave offense. Offensiveness is not just something we have to begrudgingly accept. Offensiveness is the motor of human progress.
Thank you for watching the Whitfield Report live on the Right to Offend Media Network. Make sure to check out Sam's books on Amazon, Audible, and Kindle. You can follow Sam on X at SamW_NGC and the Right to Offend Media Network at RTO Media. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until next time, God bless. God save this great nation. God, freedom, legacy, in that order.